Hey there guys, it's Kate McKibben here from Boss Squad and Secret Bloggers Business, and today I'm here to answer that question that I know you've all been asking, and that is, how the hell do I niche down my product? So you've all heard that you need to niche, right? Or niche, depending on where you're from. And you're kind of resisting it. You're kind of worried it's going to make a whole lot more work for you. You're kind of worried it's going to break what you're going to have. It's going to make it too hard to sell. You're going to pick the wrong thing. You're going to screw it all up. Well, if that is the case, then today's video is just for you. All right, guys. So everyone's heard the saying, the riches are in the niches, or in the niches, depending on whereabouts you are and how you pronounce these unpronounceable words. And it is true. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It is true. But generally the way people go about niching down their business or their offers is actually kind of the wrong way of doing it. And it doesn't necessarily actually get you any better result than what you're already doing. So I wanted to show you today 4 different ways that you can niche down an offer you already have to make it more appealing, more I need it now, and get you selling more of it without really changing all that much. And the reason that for those of you who are kind of still a bit undecided on the niche or not to niche kind of question or topic, just give you a quick, tiny, high level, why you should niche. And then we'll go into the 4 easiest ways you can do it. As I said, something you already have. So you don't have to go start from scratch. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just use it to make something you already have sell better. Sound good? So why would you niche down? Well, to be honest, it's really the only way to get, good traction and good cut through, and to really be seen as any kind of expert in a really crowded market. So by really crowded market, I mean the internet. The internet is bloody crowded. There's people everywhere, and there's hundreds of them who are doing exactly what you do. Now, I'm not saying you need to niche down to something so specific. There is absolutely no one doing what you do, but you want to get down so that it's a smaller pool, right? So it's maybe you've got 20 decent competitors rather than thousands. And then, for customers and people looking around, then it's really going to come down to, who they find first, who they sort of relate with on a personal level, all that kind of stuff. But you want to be in that pool, because the thing is, if you're kind of out there, it's that saying, it's better to be someone's shot of vodka than everyone's cup of tea. Because if you're out there trying to kind of impress everyone, you end up just kind of unimpressing everybody. If there's not someone going, yes, that person is for me, hell yes, take my credit card, then they're probably kind of going oh, that sounds, maybe later. And then they move on and they forget about you. So you need to make an impact. So not just so that you impress people when they find you, but also so that people know what it is that you do, so that you can go out and go on podcasts and do stuff and get yourself out there and be seen as an expert. But it's really hard to be an expert when you're kind of doing a little bit of everything and for everybody. Okay, so we want you to find a niche. We want you to find just a slightly smaller, more targeted market, so that you can really amaze those people, make it really, really easy for those people to know that you are for them, easy to convert them, make it easy for you to promote yourself, easy for you to get out there, as I said, get more traffic, get more traction, all those good things. But to do that, you do need to niche down. You can't be just, being able to kind of be super vague. There's only one way to be successful and be super vague, and I'll tell you what that is. It's actually number 4, and it's not the one that I recommend. So what are the 4 ways that you can, kind of just bring it in a little bit so that your marketing is more effective, so that it's easier to convert, so that it's easier to grow? Well, first of all, sorry, I've got some notes over here, so just excuse me looking off the screen. First of all, is if you do have an offering or thing that you're teaching, and it is kind of broad, for example, you might teach people how to be healthier, right? That's pretty broad. There's lots of different things you can do to be healthier. But you take that existing offer, literally change nothing, but you start targeting a specific person. So broad topic to a specific person. So it can be all of a sudden, how can teachers be healthier? Like, you see how all of a sudden it goes from being like to, if someone was a teacher, which is still a bloody big market, by the way, they would see that, go, yeah, I'm a teacher, I want to be healthier, that's for me. Not if that same person was looking at your sort of how to be a bit healthier, they'd kind of be like, oh, well, I don't really know. But if you were like, how to be healthier for teachers, for primary school teachers even, like if you want to go level beyond, then all of a sudden, boom, they know that you are for them. So, and then of course you can probably go in and, tweak a little bit of your content, but really at the end of the day, the thing that's changing is your messaging and probably maybe the name of your offer. And that's pretty much it. So number one, you can teach a broad topic or broad subject matter if you teach it to a specific person. Number two is you can teach, if you want to have a broad target market like women, maybe you need to teach a specific thing to that broad target market. So maybe a better example, like again, we're talking about being healthy, that's really broad. Maybe you talk about how to, detox your liver or something like that, like less broad, okay? I'm not a health person, so I'm probably getting that wrong. But, and you can have that then targeting, because the thing you're teaching is specific. Another example is when people teach online marketing, like I do, super broad, but come in and teach Pinterest marketing, way more specific. So again, you can then be your marketing and your messaging is all around you being the best and the number one place to get that specific piece of info. You're not trying to solve all their problems. You're just going to solve one really, really well. So that's the second way. Broad market, but specific offering. The third one, and this is actually my favorite, and this is actually the one that when people kind of stop resisting this and allow themselves to, to make basically just two solid choices and go all in on them, that is when people tend to get the most momentum. That is when particularly people inside my 5K funnel course, that is the people who will, like everyone resists this at the start, but the people who go, okay, I'm going to do this, they're the ones whose funnels just convert like crazy. It's amazing. Like, and they can go from literally same offer, same pricing, same, emails that we're sending in the funnel, and they just make this change and all of a sudden they're converting, they're making sales every single week. It's so amazing. So what's this one? So basically this is where you go, okay, I'm going to do the scary thing. I'm going to commit to teaching a specific thing to a specific person. Seriously, that is the niching motherland, but that is where, again, a lot of people get scared by that. But for those of you thinking, oh my God, I would have to change everything. You don't. The way that most people do this, and it's so super effective, is you take your existing product or course or offering and you go, okay, what is the key outcome in here, right? Like, what is the main thing? What is the thing that when people they look at your course, it's got 8 modules, it's teaching them 8 different things. What's the one thing that's really got them sold? Take that thing, focus on that thing, and look at your curriculum. And normally you can probably chuck half of it into bonuses, right? So you're not getting rid of anything. You know that they still need some of this stuff, but you're just going to focus your messaging. You're going to focus you can simplify your actual curriculum, like what's inside your course, which actually makes it more likely they're going to finish it, more likely that they're going to get the result that they wanted in the first place, which was that one result. Like, they want to be much better at one thing rather than a little bit better at a lot of things as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. And like I said, you don't have to recreate anything. You just kind of rejig a little bit, reshuffle, maybe a tiny little bit of tweaking, and you can take your existing product and by rejigging slightly what's inside it and rejigging slightly how you message it on the outside, go from having a product which is kind of a bit broad, a bit vague, is kind of targeted a bit haphazardly at everyone, and turn it into a product that is laser targeted to get to one specific person. So that person's going to see that, they're going to love that, they're going to know it's for them, they're going to want to buy it. And then when they get inside there, they're going to get that one result really, really well. And then that is going to make them even happier. Then they're going to go and tell all their friends, and it's absolute win-win for everybody. So that's your third option. That's the one I would encourage you to be brave and give a try. I know that seems a little bit scary, but considering as you don't have to actually go out there and delete anything or redo anything, it's actually a lot less risky than you would think. And you can even, if you just want to experiment, if you're not sure, if you're kind of like, oh, maybe I want this market, maybe I want that one, you can go and do something like this, like go do some Facebook Lives on a couple of different topics, see which ones get the best results. We kind of go through a bunch of different ways that you can kind of like pre-test this stuff if you do need to niche down a bit more inside the 5K funnel formula. But it doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be time consuming. You can make really simple, strategic, but powerful tweaks, and they can get you such a better result. So what is the fourth way to niche down? Well, the fourth way is to be a unicorn. So it's kind of not really an option if you're not one already. So unicorns are out there on the internet. They exist. We all know them. We all follow them on Instagram. They're people who have really vague topic courses, really broad topic. Like they do this, they do interest, they might do Pinterest and Instagram and email and everything. If you're in the online marketing space, or if they're a health person, maybe they do keto and they do detoxes and they do weight loss plans and they do like just really generic, like come and join my health community, which doesn't really seem to be for anybody in particular, but more for everybody. And it makes most people go, but they got to be generic. They didn't have to be forced to narrow down. Why the hell should I? But the thing is, they're a unicorn. Unicorns are born, not made. They're out there for us to distract us all, basically. Like unicorns are usually amazing, talented, awesome humans. I'm not taking anything away from unicorns. But if you're not a unicorn, if you're not the person who, within the first 6 months of your business, all of a sudden everything took off, people just buy whatever you sell, you get thousands of comments on everything on social, every email you send gets people writing back, sending you love letters and stuff. Like, you can obviously do things to improve all of that stuff a bit, but if all that stuff didn't just come instantly, easily to you, in which case you probably wouldn't be watching this video, because hell, you've got a multi-million-dollar business and you don't care about niching down. You know you're good. But the problem with unicorns is that unicorns are distracting to everyone else, because people look at those people who are crazy successful and they go, well, why can't I do that by just doing what they did? But the thing is, they got the X factor, right? They're the Beyoncés. They're the Madonnas. They're like, there's not saying that you can't go and be one of the other thousands of successful people on the charts, but you generally know if you are or aren't a Beyonce. And there's nothing wrong with not being Beyonce. There's nothing wrong with being inspired by Beyonce. I'm just saying, don't try and make the decision, like these critical decisions for your business based on the fact that you're kind of hoping you can get away with something that only like 1% of people can get away with. Instead, save yourself the stress, come back to the first 3 ways of niching, pick one, go all in and reap the rewards. And who knows, maybe in a few years, your Beyonce-ness will come on through. A few months even, but right now, if you're not a Beyonce or a unicorn and you kind of know when you are and you know when you're not, and there's nothing wrong with either, then you got to pick one of the other 3. Okay. So that's my tips for you guys today. 4 different ways that you can niche down. As I said, if you're not a unicorn, go with numbers 1 to 3. Number 3 is my favorite. It's the one I recommend the most. And if you need any help at all with trying to figure out exactly what your niche is, or how to, once you've got your niche, how to turn that niche down product into a super powerful, super profitable online funnel, come and check out. I've got a free workshop on at the moment, which I'm inviting you guys to. It's called the How to Build Your First Funnel workshop. It's like 63 minutes roughly, I timed it, of jam-packed info, literally stepping you through how to set up in super easy layman's terms. You don't need to be techie. You can be as untechie, as long as you can send something onto Instagram, like post to Instagram. That's all the tech that you need to know how to do. You'll be tech enough to go through this process I'm going to show you, and then you can go away and set up your own 5K, your own profitable funnel that can earn you 5K or more a month on autopilot with your new niche down offer. And that's when, that's when life, that's when things are gravy. That's when you start to be able to relax. That's when you start to be able to do some more fun stuff in your business. Stop stressing all the time. So anyway, come along. It's going to be really fun. As I said, it's super jam-packed. I can't wait to see you all in there. The link will be above or below, or depending on what you're watching on. But anyway, guys, I will see you inside very soon.